This is page 7 of the additional material. I'm not sure how many of you would be able to access the PDF as of now. I'm yet to give you the hard copy. So if you can access the PDF, it will be great. Else, to access the PDF, obviously you will need one more device. You'll not be able to access it in your mobile phone. So if you have another
Sir,
device,
what about you didn't discuss the answer for the third one. The advised wireless is sustained is correct strategy for mobile aid.
so that is what I talked about. Now you will have to do bulk purchases. You will have to have learning and experience curve benefit. So if you have
No,
bulk,
yes, sir. Okay, sir.
yeah, because if you do bulk purchases, you can have lower cost. All of that was there.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let's come to this now. Style in fabric and clothing is a manufacturer of clothing fabrics to be made up into dresses and suits. SFC established long ago back and presently enjoys the reputation as a producer of quality fabric. SFC producing fabrics from high quality synthetic yarns with all standard features which other fabric manufacturer offers. Designs of fabric are old fashioned, traditional in nature, as SFC was established long ago. Some broad background: they are basically manufacturer of fabric. Fabric is basically the cloth. This cloth will be converted into dresses and suits. It was established long back. It is known for quality fabric. It is producing fabric from high quality yarn. Yarn is the raw material. Designs are old fashioned. Old fashioned is basically traditional designs. It's not that designs are bad, but they are focusing more on the traditional clothing rather than the modern clothing. Management team at SFC shown believe in integration, vertical and horizontal, and diversification, product range or market reach as a tool of risk reduction and value enhancement. You could have come across this backward integration, forward integration, vertical integration, horizontal integration as part of strategic management. Somewhere it is being talked about in this case study. SFC opts for unorganic forward integration to gain control over value chain by acquiring Skylark Design Clothing. They are talking a technical word. I'll explain this word in some time. Forward integration. By acquiring Skylark Design Clothing, SDC is operating designing and weaving of fabric into fashion wear. So they are into manufacturing of fashion wear. This SDC into manufacturing of fashion wear. SDC is targeting the customers who are in the age group from 40 to 60 and belong to price sensitive income group. SFC is in this way able to reach to end customers through retailers by manufacturing cloth themselves. Acquisition of SDC by SFC remain largely successful as a result in relative high increase in sales and profits both. I'll again discuss a little bit about this problem point. But the sale and profit are not growing at the same old rate now. Top and bottom line witness the slowdown, which may be due to exhaust of synergy benefits. Retail stores through which SFC sold its material also find it difficult to make reasonable amount of sale. SFC starts exploring new retailers, but due to presence of large number of supplier of manufactured cloth, buying power of retailers is high. Resultantly, SFC has to rest at unacceptable low margins. So now the problem point comes. Somewhere the margins are getting impacted. Margins are getting impacted down the line. SFC is considering the acquisition of one of the cloth retail chain, namely Paridhan, in order to deliver fabrics to the customers directly and eliminate retailers in order to boost its profit margin. So one more strategy they want to talk about. Draw value chain and explain briefly. Nothing related to the case study. Draw value chain is basically, there's a diagram which is there for your value chain which will talk about primary activities and then support activities separately. That's all. It's like a normal diagram. I'm not sure why they asked draw a value chain, but there's a diagram which is there. You will just draw the diagram and say what is value chain. Value chain is given by Porter. It includes your primary set of activities. It includes your support set of activities. What are the primary activities? What are the support activities? You will kind of talk about it. What do you mean by competitive advantage and how it can be attained? Explain. Again, nothing related to the case study. Identify strategy SDC adopted to gain competitive advantage related to the case study. Discuss value chain effect of forward integration on SFC's competitive advantage, ability and cost competency related to case study. Evaluate possible acquisition of cloth retail chain Paridhan by SFC, again related to the case study. Lot of things are there in the case study related. Some of the things are generic in nature. Can you just keep reading this again? Please read this again. Read this. Once the lockdown issues are out and if our offices resume, we'll start sending you this material as well. Okay, I'll now start discussing each part of it. Before that, I'll read through the case study, show little bit about what is happening here. First is SFC. They are into manufacturing of fabric. They are into manufacturing of fabric. In practical world, some of you could have purchased a fabric and you would give it to a tailor and get it stitched. Some of you could be buying a fabric, you will get it stitched through a tailor. Some of us may directly buy a ready-made garment. So there are two ways of buying a buying finally a product. You can either buy a fabric, which some of you could be doing, or you buy a ready-made garment directly. For this, there is a raw material called as yarn. Yarn will either be woven or knitted. Two technical names: weaving or knitting. Woven or knitted into fabric. So yarn is the raw material. For yarn, the raw material is technically cotton. So these are the behind processes. After fabric, you may get a ready-made garment. Somebody will convert this into a ready-made garment. And also what can happen is there could be a retail store. Where it could be bought. Now the people who are making this ready-made garment in this example is management team at SFC shown belief in integration, tool of risk reduction. SFC opts for unorganic forward integration to gain control over value chain by acquiring Skylark Design Clothing. SDC is into this ready-made garment. They are into is operating and designing and weaving of fabric into fashion wear. So SDC is basically manufacturing this fashion wear. Then what happens is there is a retail chain which they are talking about called as Paridhan. Paridhan is basically like Lifestyle, which you see. You go to Lifestyle and buy the product. It's not the Lifestyle is the manufacturer. Lifestyle may not be the manufacturer, but Lifestyle is a retail chain. So this is what is given in the question. There is SFC, which is into manufacturing of fabric. There is SDC, which is into manufacturing of RMG, converting the fabric into RMG. And there is Paridhan, which is a retail chain through which SDC may be selling or SDC may be giving it to some other retail chain. Now, if you acquire SDC or Paridhan, if you acquire SDC or Paridhan, it is called forward integration. It is called forward integration, forward vertical integration. Forward vertical integration. If you acquire yarn manufacturer or cotton manufacturer, it is called backward vertical integration. Forward vertical integration, backward vertical integration. You may try to acquire RMG manufacturer, you may try to acquire Paridhan. This is forward integration. You may try to acquire yarn manufacturer or cotton manufacturer, that is called as backward integration. The reason for doing a forward or a backward integration is, forward integration is to come close to end customer, to come close to end customer, to improve costing, because everyone in this chain makes money. Okay, everyone in the chain is going to make some profits. Now if you are going to do everything, you will make all those profits, but obviously to make everything you need management bandwidth, you need a lot of efforts from the top management side, you need a lot of capital to be there. So it's not, and my core competence could be manufacturing of fabric, my core competence may not be retailing. That's why lifestyle makes a lot of money. In fact, in a RMG industry, what happens is something which is produced at 400 here will be sold at 2000 here. This is a real fact. Something which gets manufactured at 400 gets sold at 2000, but still the retail chain may be making losses despite that, because when they are selling at 2000, they will have some of the models moving, some of the models don't move, some wastages will be there, they will have to make some special sales, rent is huge, overheads is huge. So different people will take care of different segments of the value chain. But you may do a forward integration or a vertical integration if you want to have better control on costs and you want to come closer to the customer. You may also do a horizontal integration if you are acquiring ABC, DF. Who are this? They are your competitors. They are exactly your competitors. They are also into manufacturing of fabric. So you may decide to acquire your customer. Who is your customer? SDC. You may decide to acquire your supplier. Who is your supplier? Yarn supplier. If you acquire your customer, it's forward integration. If you acquire your supplier, it's vertical integration. If you acquire your competitor, it is basically something called as your horizontal integration. In the market, everything happens. In the market, all these things do happen. Can you tell me why will you acquire your competitor? What could be the reason for acquiring a competitor? What can be the reason for acquiring a competitor? I gave you reason for acquiring your customer or acquiring your supplier.
Sir, we can have a larger market share.
Yeah, basically it is larger market share. Larger market share gives you the ability to have better pricing. Whenever this happens, CCI will come into picture. Who is CCI? Competition Commission of India. They will not allow such things to happen. CCI will keep coming into picture. Whenever an horizontal merger happens. A vertical integration is not a worry at this point of time. For example, Maruti may acquire its auto dealer. But if Maruti is going to acquire Toyota, then there is a trouble. Because Maruti already has a 50% market share. If it ends up acquiring other people in the market, it will have 60, 70, 75, 80. You cannot allow a monopoly to be there. Whenever the Idea and Vodafone merger happened, it would have gone through lots of regulatory approvals and finally it would have happened. It's not so easy for such mergers to happen. Any doubts on this? This is a basic background of this company. If you want to draw this, you can draw it. I'll wait for a minute. Cotton, yarn, SFC, SDC, Paridhan. Side by side, ABC, DF. This is not there in the PPT, so I'll give you time. Not there in the printed solution also. I don't have a name for the cotton and yarn manufacturer in the question, so I have not given a name. Others we do have a name as well. cotton manufacturer, yarn manufacturer, SFC which is into fabric manufacturing, SDC which is into RMG manufacturing, Paridan which is a retail store. We have already acquired SDC, now we are thinking of acquiring Paridan. The benefits of acquiring SDC and Paridan is you will get closer to your end customer, you will have better control on customers' needs. You can also reduce cost. So if you reduce cost, you can kind of provide better price to your end customer. Or you may try to acquire your competitors, which is ABC and DEF. If you acquire your competitors, you will have a larger market share. Larger market share gives you better bargaining power with the end customers. Okay. Now, draw value chain, explain briefly, has nothing linked to the case study. If you see VCA's approach by which firm identifies and analyze various activities do not add any value. In fact, I've just copy pasted. I have copy pasted whatever is there in our theory section, and I don't know why they asked. This is a kind of a diagram. Your primary activities are written like this, support activities are written in the top. At least I didn't remember this diagram. So this is a diagram. I am still not very sure why they want a diagram like this, because kind of doesn't add much value to it. But this is your diagram of value chain. And if they had asked for the value chain of this entity, at least it makes sense. But they wanted a normal value chain diagram. So this is your value chain ka diagram. Inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales and service. These are your primary activities. In the top, there are secondary activities, firm infrastructure, human resource, technology development and procurement. I haven't done anything beyond this. There's nothing beyond this. Okay, I have not even talked about the answer on the value chain in the PPT, because I didn't want to repeat what it is. I really didn't want to repeat whatever was there in our general theory. So the first question is a general theory question. Obviously you will be able to answer it if you know what is value chain. You don't know value chain, struggle in exam, that's all. Nothing can be done. Nothing can be done if you don't know what is value chain. What do you mean by competitive advantage and how it can be attained? Again, a general theory question, but this case study did talk about the focus strategy also. Focus strategy also. Somewhere earlier I was teaching these two strategies. The focus strategy was nowhere there in your material, but in this case study they did talk about focus strategy, and somewhere when I answer part 3 you'll understand more about the focus strategy part of it. So what do you mean by competitive advantage? What is competitive advantages? A benefit or an ability to provide more value to your end customer. An ability to provide more value to your end customer. How it can be attained? Low cost leadership, product differentiation, focused cost leadership, focused product differentiation. These are the ways of getting a competitive advantage. Ability to generate more economic value. 3 ways of getting competitive advantage: cost leadership, product differentiation and focus. Even a focus strategy, what happens is you will cater to a small segment of customers. Even within focus strategy you will have to decide whether you want to go for focused cost leadership or focused product differentiation. Now third part, what strategy did SDC adopt? What strategy did SDC, Skylark Design Clothing? Read this and can you tell me what strategy have they adopted? 4 options you have: overall cost leadership, overall product differentiation, focused cost leadership, focused product differentiation. Which strategy did SDC adopt? Which strategy has SDC adopted? Read this and let me know.
Cost leadership.
Which one?
Focused cost leadership.
Focused cost leadership. 2 words give you that answer. 2 important, or a single sentence gives you this: I want to cater to age group of 40 to 60, focus, and they belong to price sensitive. They belong to price sensitive. I want to cater to 40 to 60 and they are price sensitive in nature. 40 to 60 gives you a focus strategy because you want to cater only to a narrow segment of customer. It is a fashion wear. You can even cater to 20s to 40s. They are very specific. They want to cater only to 40 to 60. In fact, fashion wear can be even from, you can start even from 2 years, 3 years. So there are a set of people whom you can cater. But you are very clear. You are very clear. You will cater only to 40 to 60. Obviously, the preferences of people who are in 40 to 60 could be different from the preferences of the people who are in 20 to 40 or 20 to 30. Even 20 to 25 can have a different preference. 25 to 30 can have a different preference. 30 to 35 can have a different preference. The requirements can be different from different set of people. And you want to cater to price sensitive customers. You also want to cater to price sensitive customers. Targeting price sensitive, cost conscious in the age group of 40 to 60. Focus is basically cost focus strategy, is basically focused cost leadership. It's basically your focused cost leadership strategy, which is what they have ended up using. Any doubts on this? Any doubts on this? They have ended up using focused cost leadership strategy. Now also they are asking, what is the value chain effect of forward integration? Why it is forward? They have not talked about what is the type of integration. It's a forward integration because you are acquiring your customer. You are technically acquiring your customer on your competitive ability and cost competency. As I was putting the diagram, I had told you cost competency will improve. Cost competency will improve because you are acquiring your end customer. So somewhere the competency will improve. The only difficulty in practical world is it is always good to acquire. It's always good to acquire. The question was using somewhere a word called as unorganic and organic. These are also practical words we use. Organic growth or organic integration is basically you setting up a new store. You basically setting up a new division which is going to be into manufacturing of ready-made garment. That is called organic. Organic means something which you create. Unorganic means you try to acquire from the market. You try to acquire from the market. Organic growth, unorganic growth. We do use these words in practical world. Organic growth means something which is happening within the company without any new acquisition. Unorganic growth is the growth which is coming out of an acquisition. Now because of this, I have done a forward vertical integration. I can have increase in profit because I was talking about something called as cost reduction, which is possible. More control over your customer, So objective is very clear, to have a better control over value chain and increase in profit. This is what I was talking. You will have a better control over value chain and increase in profits. So SFC has extended the value chain. Earlier it was related till fabric. Now it has reached even the retail outlets. But there is a problem, okay? There is a problem because of this. There are problems which can also happen because of this. What are the problems which can happen is, one, diversion of management focus. Earlier you were focusing simply on, your focus was limited to manufacturing of fabric. Now you are also manufacturing fabric and manufacturing cloth. So you will have to start focusing on multiple things. So you will have multiple product lines. Because of multiple product lines, if you have mismatch in capacity, you will create a wastage called as waiting time. Mismatch in capacity can lead to idle capacity. And increased carrying cost. Also carrying cost will increase because you are going to manufacture cloth ahead of the demand. You cannot wait for the demand to happen and you will start manufacturing it. And it can also lead to some integration issues. What is integration issues? SFC, when you would have read, it was into traditional wear. SDC is focusing on fashion wear. This can lead to some integration issues because the requirement of SDC is different, the requirement of SFC is different. Also, in practical world, other challenges. Earlier SFC was selling to ABC, DEF, EFC. All these were into RMG manufacturing. Now these customers may think, why should I buy it from SFC? Because this SFC guy is now competing with us through SDC. SFC is no more our supplier, is also becoming our competitor. SFC is no more our supplier, is also becoming our competitor. Whenever you are doing forward integration, you may have to think, is it okay to lose this completely also? Is it okay to lose this completely as well? Because sometimes a complete loss can also happen. Sometimes completely you may have to lose this, and you will have to only do fabric. So you will have to only do RMG. You will have to only do RMG. So you will have to see whether that loss can also happen. There is a potential of that also happening. Apart from the points which are mentioned there, the integration issues, the mismatch in capacity, multiple product lines, diversion in management focus, there is a possibility of you losing your end customers as well. Now, because of the troubles you are facing, you finally said, I will go ahead and acquire a retail chain called as Paridhan. My analysis for Paridhan is going to be more or less similar to what happened when I acquired SDC. Because it was a forward integration. So whatever pain points are there in forward integration, same pain points will come here. Whatever benefits are there in forward integration, same set of benefits are going to come here. So broadly it is going to be similar. Now in fact you are getting more closer to the end customer. So it can happen that other retail chains may not want to show your product. The other retail chains which are there, they may not want to show your products. So all those challenges can come in. Strategy used: forward vertical integration. You will have more control over value chain, more control over customer. Sometimes you can also reduce your competition if you go for an exclusive retail chain. There's something called as multi-brand retail chain and exclusive retail chain. Somewhere I talked about little bit when I was doing some other case study. What is multi-brand retail outlet is, if you go to lifestyle, a brand competes with another brand. A brand is competing with another brand. If you go to Indian Terrain retail showroom, Indian Terrain is not competing with any other because it's an exclusive retail chain. So if a customer goes there, he will buy some Indian Terrain product. Whereas if you go to lifestyle, you may buy an Indian Terrain product or you may buy some other product. So the competition will be very high. So you can go through an exclusive retail chain. But exclusive retail chain means you need more capital. So another area of operation, need for capital as well as management clothing. Another issue is you are into traditional fabric. It is good. But traditional fabric normally has very limited variety for end customer. So having a retail outlet only for traditional clothing may not really work. Because you can have traditional clothing, you can have fashion wear, all of them together, which is a multi-brand retail outlet. So there are set of customers who would want to buy traditional fabric. I'm not saying a no to it, but only having traditional fabric may lead to issues. So manufacturing of traditional fabric leading to traditional clothing, which will lead to limited variety for your end customer. Complement your product with other manufacturers to give variety. So sometimes you may club materials together, club products together and give variety to end customer. But if you are trying to acquire, this may not happen in a cost effective manner. What is the point of incurring the cost of a retail chain if you're going to sell products of multiple manufacturers? There's no point in then acquiring this retail chain. So there are benefits, there are costs. Simple answer I finally give is, please compare your benefits with cost and then decide whether you want to do it or no. We will not give a direct answer. We will mostly not give a direct answer. We'll just say you can consider all these points and decide whether you want to acquire, whether you don't want to acquire. That's a final choice the company can make. Any doubts on this case study? Again, a very good case study. Lots and lots of points are there.